You know, with so many indie games released now, it can be so easy to miss out on a game that turns into an indie classic. And that's exactly what happened to me with today's game. Welcome to the channel everyone, and welcome to my review of Huntdown. Huntdown was released in 2020 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC, and was developed by a small Swedish game studio called Easy Trigger Games. While doing a bit of research on the studio, it looks like this is their first release, and they're currently working on a sequel to be released in the near future. So I look forward to playing that one definitely. Huntdown is a 16-bit 2D running gun side-scroller, drenched in a neon cyberpunk setting that bleeds right into the story. Huntdown is set in a time where World War III has been and gone and governments have been replaced by corporate companies. Law and order has all gone now, and with no police on the city streets anymore, 4 major gangs have risen and taken over the city. The only way to get rid of them? Send in the bounty hunters.
That was a tactical killer.
Before starting each level, you'll have the choice of 3 hunters to pick from. Anaconda, a human mercenary, John Sawyer, a 148-year-old cyborg, and Moman, a robot droid. Each character has the same moveset, being a basic jump and a forward dash, which is really useful for avoiding damage from enemies. Each hunter has their own unique weapon loadout, having a different default guns, and they also have their own sub-weapon, which really reminds me of the old school Castlevania games.
And my axe!
Your default gun has infinite ammo, but any other gun you pick up will eventually run out of ammo, so you'll need to pick up more or replace it with a different weapon. These guns are scattered through the levels, and there's a good selection to use here. There's submachine guns, assault rifles, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, a flamethrower, and there's even grenades and molotovs to use. And if you really want to, there's melee weapons that can be used, but trust me, Huntdown's all about the guns. They all feel so good to use. I especially like the shotguns. They sound great, and it never gets old watching a guy get turned into mincemeat. You're only able to carry 2 guns at one time, and your default gun is one of them. This is a shame, as I'd love to have more weapon slots, as they're all so fun to use. It's not a big issue, just a shame. Huntdown has 20 levels split across 4 different areas, with a boss fight at the end of each stage. This is a good point to mention how much tongue-in-cheek humour is in this game. It's full of clever one-liners, referencing popular 80s films and games, and even wrestling. This boss cracked me up. He's called Bad Boy Bob, and is obviously supposed to be Macho Man Randy Savage. You even fight him in a wrestling ring.
You're in the hoodlum turf, mate. Means you're all mine, yeah. Coming at ya, yeah. Eat some gasoline, yeah. Fire in the hole. Cut beverages, yeah. Here is some, yeah. Heads up.
Great stuff. I really thought having so many boss fights in the game, 20 in total, would mean most of them would play out the same, but I couldn't have been more wrong. The devs did a great job in making all of them very unique from one another. You need to learn the patterns, and they all have great stage design, making the fights a good challenge. Level design in general is very interesting here. Just like all running guns, you make your way to the end of each stage taking down gang members. There's a lot of verticality in the level design. Taking higher and lower ground makes for a lot of fun. You'll come across boxes and walls that you're able to take cover behind, and there's doorways too. You can pop in and out of cover, very much like the brilliant Terminator 2D No Fate game. Checkpoints are scattered throughout levels, so dying is not too bad, as you start from a checkpoint if you die. Graphics are a big part of this game for me. I mean, yes, lots of games have used the cyberpunk, dark dystopian look, but Huntdown has its own unique style of it, using really nice looking 16-bit pixel art with stunning hand-painted backgrounds. This must have taken the devs a lot of time, but oh man, it definitely was worth it. It really does give the game a unique look, combined with great animations and effects like windows blowing out and explosions going off. It all comes together for a great experience. Just like all good arcade run and gun games, after beating a stage, a stat screen will show. I like this. It gives incentive to replay the stage and do better. And of course, we have the classic 2 modes. The music is great here, really suiting the mood that the game's going for. Just listen to a few of these sci-fi tracks.
That's me, baby! I just need a high five in the face!
And here I am again. Guess who's coming for dinner?
Okay, time for my final thoughts. I really can't believe I missed out on this one back when it released in 2020, but I'm sure making up for it now. If you like running guns, Huntdown is right up there with the very best of them. So if you haven't played it already, I highly recommend you do. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Bounty collected.